The finest cities in the world usually have the finest villas in the world, with the finest amenities. You'll just have to pay for it. The most iconic villa from southern France has earned its reputation and then some. Villa Along offers the utmost taste, classic style, and modern comforts the country has to offer. Every single picture of this gorgeous estate has a perfectly placed sunset in the background. Honestly, I don't think that's a choice. I think the estate is so beautiful the sun just hangs there all day just to give it the perfect light. Palm trees, an epic swimming pool, and unbeatable architecture all make you understand just why this place has such renown. Then there's the other side. This place offers what might be the greatest view of the French Riviera. If it's not the greatest, it's definitely in the top 5. Inside, you'll see even more beauty to match everything we've seen so far. I don't know who decorated this place, but they killed it. It is the perfect combination of a classic sensibility with a modern style. They've got desks that look like antiques, surrounded by modern furniture and vibrant rugs, all melding together to make a perfect look. The amenities aren't anything to look away from either. They've got a masseuse, a personal gym, a home bar, and a personal chef. All of this we've seen before, but none of this with as much style. I mean, look at that personal gym. It has its own boxing ring. Where else can you stay that has a freaking boxing ring? When I say that the place has a bar, I don't just mean that it has a small shelf with a few drinks and glasses. It has a legitimate bar that wouldn't be out of place in a pretty nice pub. Except this nice pub will be your living room for the entirety of your stay. Along with that bar, you've got a pool table, incredibly comfy chairs, and a projector screen to show movies. I mean, you are in the home of the Cannes Film Festival after all. It hardly seems right to watch a movie on a flat-screen TV. The masseuse isn't just a table in a room, either. There's basically a full salon with everything you could hope for. Getting pampered is as easy as a short walk from your bedroom. The 8-bedroom suites won't make that walk easy, though. They have beds that I imagine beg for you to stay all day with that same unbeatable view. Then there's your private deck, which looks like the best possible place to take a morning cup of coffee. If all that isn't enough ridiculousness for you, there's one thing that really puts it over the top. The villa has a professionally lit T-Rex standing at the bottom of a staircase. Why does it have one? Because it can. That's why. As far as the French Riviera goes, it offers pretty much everything you could want in excess. The best views in the world, the best food in the world, the best films in the world, the best museums in the world, the best shops in the world. There is nothing this area of the world does that it doesn't do to the utmost level of excellence. It's kinda known for that. So how much does one of the finest villas in the world run you? Well, you are paying for the best, so that price is gonna be pretty high. The estate will cost you over $26,000 a night. This is actually a discounted price too. If you're renting for the month, sometimes you can get a pretty good deal. That is, you could pay around $400,000 instead of around $700,000. Even when it's discounted, this place is pretty pricey. Those are just the rental prices too. The last time it went on the market, it was for a staggering $70 million. So it's not hard to see why. Chateau de la Victoire has been a beloved villa for quite a long time. How long? Well, it used to be a favorite spot of Queen Victoria, so when this place says that it will treat you like a royal, it has the receipts to back the claim up. It is a charming 7-bedroom, 7-bath place with a truly unique design. The architecture almost resembles a fancy urban lighthouse. Inside, the home features a spotless marble floor, winding staircases, a magnificent dining room, and enormous living areas, all crafted with the most delicate style possible. The perfectly manicured grounds present winding paths, plenty of space for outdoor dining, and utterly perfect gazebos. It is an ideal spot for hosting pretty much any event. There's also a truly enticing pool downstairs that has a style you don't see much of anymore. It was built to resemble a Roman bath, with mosaic designs and everything. Along with that, it has a jacuzzi, a sauna, a steam bath, a massage room, a workout room, a changing room, and even a bar area. This probably doesn't get the same sort of use nowadays as what it was built for, but it actually has a ballroom. I've never been to a ball before, but for a room like that, I feel like I'd have to learn how to throw one. It would seem rude not to. What it mostly sells itself as now is for destination weddings. With those outdoor sites, the ballroom, and the spacious property to spread out in, this is the perfect place to host a fairy tale wedding, and the perfect honeymoon as well. So how much does it cost to be treated like British royalty? Well, currently you can snag a spot there for about $20,000 a night. Of course, if you're looking at the summer months, those prices shoot up to around $30,000. I highly doubt that's what they had Queen Victoria pay. When you think of French villas, what springs to mind? Probably a lush vineyard with rows and rows of grapes, wide open fields with perfectly manicured gardens, and a big stone house in the center built for the kind of aristocratic lifestyle that mostly no longer exists. Well, Chateau Villamor is exactly that. It features 15 bedrooms with 10 bathrooms. Each room is breathtakingly elegant. The beds have lovely curtain coverings. The walls are adorned with classic artwork. Gorgeous chandeliers light your way through the house. There's a small library with exquisite leather chairs in front of the fireplace. Seriously, this place is a singing teacup away from the house from Beauty and the Beast. Pretty much everything about your day will be taken care of for you. Included with the cost are your own private chef to cook your meals, your own chauffeur to drive you around, and your own house staff to pretty much take care of everything else. Your stay will definitely make you feel like royalty. It also features a lap pool, a tennis court, and a conference center. While it hosts business functions, weddings, and parties, there's one kind of celebration it makes a point of advertising. Stag parties are evidently a good part of their business, which is actually kind of surprising. The villa is right outside of Saint-Tropez, France. The town is well known for its gorgeous buildings, cute boutiques, and unbeatable culinary options. While you probably won't want to leave your villa, a town this charming might tempt you away. How much does the royal treatment cost you a day? Well, you can rent for nearly $8,000 a night. There's also a 2-night minimum, so it's more like $16,000 a night. That's pretty cheap for a royal vacay. In many ways, Villa Valentino has a lot in common with the last place we took a tour of. It has a vineyard, a classical style, and beautiful grounds. So what makes this French villa different from the last? Well, for one, it's not a French villa at all. Villa Valentino is in Italy, just a car ride away from Rome or Florence. The main building is rather intimidating. It looks like the kind of tower that would have housed prisoners in like the 17th century. Once you get inside, though, you'll see that it's not as scary as you thought. In fact, unlike other villas like this, they've taken great pains to make sure it looks modern. It still has artwork adorning the walls, beds with their own curtains, and working fireplaces, but they all look like they're from this century. This villa offers many of the same luxuries other villas do. There's a full staff at your disposal, including a private chef. The one thing it advertises that may win certain customers over is that it provides babysitting services on demand. Talk about the ultimate vacation, am I right? So if you want to drop the little one off and have your driver take you into town to have a very adult kind of fun, they make it easy. Of course, you might not have to drive anywhere. The estate offers wine tours and garden tours during your stay. Even if you have an irregular schedule, apparently you can make plans to take a wine tour whenever you'd like. Aside from sampling way too much wine, this private villa offers several other activities to their guests. That includes their own tennis court with an instructor, just in case you don't know how to play tennis. Then there's the swimming pool, but I assume they don't have an instructor for that. What they do have is a personal trainer on staff, along with a masseuse, a yoga instructor, and a beautician. This might be the only vacation you take where you're in better shape when you get home than when you left. So how much does this Italian fantasy cost? Well, you can book a stay for a little over $37,000. Hey, that on-staff babysitter's not cheap. We've seen a lot of classic villas that look like they're from another time long gone by. What about one that makes a big point of showing just how modern it is? Villa Sofrina wants you to know that it's new, perhaps a little too much. This is a truly breathtaking villa right off of the ocean. It is located in Santorini, Greece, which is well known for stunning views and 5-star accommodations that entice normal people and celebrities alike. The stunning difference about this place is just how white it is. I mean, it is blindingly white, especially in that flawless Greek sunlight. Then you walk inside and see that they took that white on white color scheme and just ran with it as hard as they possibly could. Maybe more than they should have. I mean, it's kind of hard to even see some of this furniture as it blends in with the spotless white void that envelops everything in the home. It's a beautiful place, but this color scheme is just too much. As far as other features go, the villa has a lot to entice you with. For starters, there's a beautiful curving lap pool that runs up the side of the property. From the angle you're swimming at, you could almost fool yourself into thinking you were swimming in the ocean. It's also got a hot tub that is apparently to die for. I'm not really sure how one hot tub could be so superior to all others, but several people made sure to mention it. Outside of that, it really doesn't offer a ton else. It's a much more simple place that feels more like a really classy Airbnb than it does these other villas. There's no private chef, wine tour, or staff babysitter this time around. No, by all accounts, it's just a simple place with 3 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms. Of course, when you have a view like that, how many amenities do you really need? That view kinda does all of the selling for you, don't you think? Who wouldn't want to rent their own castle in Scotland? I mean, how could you even compete with that vacation idea? Just look at Kirkliston Castle. It's basically like you rented out Hogwarts. From the outside, this looks like a wondrous castle that used to house royalty hundreds of years ago. You know, or a haunted house that Scooby-Doo might visit. Once you step inside, though, you might be shocked. This isn't a stuffy old place with ancient artwork, creaking stairs, and probably ghosts. It is a thoroughly modern home that has been decorated with exquisite taste. Every single room is a gorgeous tableau of furniture, artwork, and decor that has been painstakingly assembled. The castle can accommodate 24 guests in 12 spacious bedrooms. The ground floor features a lounge area right out of a movie with a piano, a fully stocked bar, and a ton of atmosphere. They might not offer the most amenities, no pool or salon in this castle, but they've got plenty, like a personal chef, a stocked fridge to your preferences, and babysitting services. Of course, the only thing you might end up doing is acting out all of the Harry Potter movies. I'm 100% sure you wouldn't be the first. The castle features expansive grounds that you would just love to get lost in. Kirkliston sells itself as the ideal wedding venue, and it's not hard to see why. Your wedding pics will absolutely obliterate everyone else's. You should also see the dining area, which will also make sure your reception absolutely obliterates everyone else's. As far as Edinburgh goes, of all the places I've personally visited, this is number 1. It is a magical city that features some of the best hiking, pubs, and culture the world has to offer. If you book your time during something like the Fringe Festival, you're likely to see many of the greatest plays in the world before anyone else. The festival is a true odyssey of artwork. Every step you take, you will see a different artist from a different part of the world performing in a different way. It has carnival-style acts, musicals that advertise in the streets, and pretty much anything else you can think of. Also, plenty of things you can't think of. Trust me. Edinburgh also deserves its reputation as one of the finest cities in Scotland. The buildings are absolutely beautiful, the people are incredibly friendly, and in pretty much any direction you see, there's a pub. Not to mention the fact that haggis is not as bad as you would think. Trust me. It is an unforgettable trip that's perfect for a wedding, honeymoon, or just an awesome vacation. Magic may not be real, but this city does a pretty good job of trying to convince you otherwise. So how much is Kirkliston Castle? Well, you might want to live in that fantasy a second before I tell you. Just a day in this place runs about $36,000. Of course, those are muggle prices. I'm sure wizards get a hefty discount. If people are really willing to shell out thousands of dollars to live a fictional character's lifestyle, I can offer the single bedroom Peter Parker experience right now, Angry Landlord included.